There we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday. I am here for sure this time. Saturday was not a fun day for me. Let's just say thank God for saltine crackers, Pepto-Bismol, and 2-ply toilet paper. Winning. No. But as you can see, I do still want to cover the topics I wanted to cover on Saturday. I still have all those pulled up, along with some other craziness that was going on over the weekend. And it's actually probably a good thing that I didn't go on Saturday, because then I wouldn't be able to do this for today. So, but we do have one guest with us tonight. We have Captain Oh My Ass.
What's going on, motherfucking fucking fucks?
What's going on, Jackal? And demonetized.
Demonetized already. Dang it.
I can't even get monetized right now, so who else?
No, they know. Yeah, once they probably already know that you're linked to Pop and Rhino, so they already have you on a list. That probably goes for me too.
They can go ahead and add me on all the lists. I don't give a damn. But like I said, I'm not sure if everybody got the memo on Twitter last week. At least that was going on last week. But let's just say we had quite the people talking a lot of crap about a certain breed of dog. And I'm kind of tired of it. So we're going to talk about it tonight. So first person that was on my list was right here.
Oh, no.
Miss ol' Sour Patch Lids, formerly of Timcast. She goes on to tweet here, says, let's give people who like pit bulls all the pit bulls and then exile them up on an island where there are no children. You don't have a constitutional right to a dog. You have a constitutional right to the gun. Comparison is null. She goes on to say, this is the perfect solution to keep your luxury pet and stay the fuck away from my kids. So, first off, to my knowledge, she doesn't have any kids. So this is just basically another more pearl clutching. And the funny thing is that right there, the comparison is null. Let me bring up my tweet here. Let me do this real fast. Move that.
I think a certain somebody hasn't read up on our constitutional rights.
No, she definitely overlooked the Ninth Amendment on that one. Oh, let me see.
One guy did bring up, it was the following comment. He brought up, check out the Ninth. It kind of shuts you down.
Yeah, let's see. Let me find my retweet. Let me find my retweet here, because I'm pretty sure. Where is it at? God damn, I retweet way too much. Here we go. But bring that up. Basically, my tweet says, guns are dangerous, which is true. All dog breeds are dangerous, which is also true. So, according to her, I can't own something because she's afraid of it. So let's discuss this. I don't see what the fucking I don't see.
No, I don't see how that comparison is null because yeah, I mean they go by the same principles. When handled properly, they are perfectly safe. When handled improperly, that's when it becomes dangerous. The only reason why those dogs could be dangerous is if they have suffered any trauma from poor ownership in the past, then okay, then they need to be handled properly, which in this case would be maybe given a separate experience, give them a better owner, get them out of the hands of the not very loving and caring owner, or the one who's just lazy and doesn't understand. this is the kind of dog that can do some damage. So I need to have them trained properly to make sure they do not give in to those. How do you say it? Their
natural instincts.
Yeah, their inclinations to attack.
Yes, it is our job as the top of the food chain, if we own a dog, to train that dog to do what we want it to do.
To properly domesticate it.
Yes, and sometimes some people get the wrong idea, and the wrong people get the wrong dog. I'm sorry, but not every single pit bull was raised by Michael Vick. So every single one of these people can smurf my balls, snort my shaft, gobble my grundle, and tongue tickle my taint. Have a nice day. But there was one person that, quite ew indeed. There was one person through all of that whole bullshit fucking threads and replies and all this other stuff. One thing caught my eye. Excuse me while I find it, because this bitch tweets and retweets more than I do.
Oh, fantastic. A talkative bitch then.
Yeah, I've been scrolling for the past 2-3 minutes, and I'm only from 9 hours ago.
All right.
Okay, so
somebody probably doesn't get enough attention in real life.
Well, I don't know. Well, she's social media bitch, whatever. But yeah, there was also you know what? I'm not even going to bother to look them up because it's going to take me fucking the whole entire stream to try and find them. But basically, it had actually. Let me see if I can find it here, because Jack Posobiec tweeted one thing out. Let me see here. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna watch this. So basically, you have a sheep herder dog. He's doing exactly what he was trained to do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I love watching these videos. This is quite fascinating, and I'm really glad he shared this, because his only comment to this was genetics. And that's, he's kind of right, kind of wrong on it, because if you do get one of those dogs that is bred to be a work dog, you need to have that dog being active, just like if you're going to get, just like right here, if you're going to get a sheepdog, you better have a herd of sheep for it to do, or you're going to be having to find some other outlet for him to burn energy.
Yep.
And then someone else commented on there. Again, this is from last week, so it's going to be damn near impossible to find that reply. But someone said, "Yep,
good cow,
good dog." Yep, there he is. It says genetics. So someone asks, "Can pit bulls do this too?" Because that was the topic of where he was trying to go with this and whatnot. So someone said, "Well, can pit bulls do this too?" And he's like, "Yes." Let me see here. That is not the one I want.
Can be trained to do that.
Yep, I did not save that one either. Shit. Fucked up. Yeah, so, but
You're fucking up, man. You're fucking up.
Fucking up by the numbers, man. But yeah, I mean, that's, like what Shadowhunter says. Lydia's logic, nobody should have a Bengal cat. They're the size of mid-sized dogs. Yeah.
That would be actually very cool to have a Bengal tiger as a pet. That would be actually kind of cool.
No, thank you. I will pass on that.
I'll just train it to be a war animal.
Yep. There you go.
Defend my house, which will be out in the middle of nowhere, which nobody should go out there anyways.
Yep. Hog hunting. Yep. All that other stuff. So with all this crap that they were talking and whatnot on that, I go ahead and close that out. I think I'm done with Twitter for the night. So I decided to look up some statistics because, we like our numbers over here.
Yep, math. It's the only thing that makes sense.
So all of these numbers will also, give benefit of the doubt to both their arguments and my arguments. So let's go down the list, shall we? We've got 1 in 118,776 odds of dying from a dog bite. Now it says bite, not an attack. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Dogs are the fourth deadliest creatures on Earth. Mosquitoes because they carry disease. Humans because we are evil hairless monkeys. Mm-hmm. Snakes, obviously, and then dogs. That's also obvious. But look at that number, 35,000. Let's see, when was this posted? This is actually from mkplawgroup.com/dogbite statistics. So this is from 2020 and 2021. So pretty recent stuff. So we have, 8.97 million dogs as pets because us humans, that's man's best friend. Of course, what is it? The household average is what? 2 dogs?
Yep.
Something like that. Okay. And we got 4.7 million bites annually. Now, 328 million people, 4.7 million dogs. Seems a little skewed right there. Let's see, which one was it? Okay, so this was another one. 344,202 emergency room visits. Majority of this is 2018 annual count of the emergency rooms visits from dog bites who were suffered by 5 to 9-year-olds. So that number right there, that also can be skewed to some other way. Because was it a big dog? Was it a little dog? Because from my experiences, it's always them damn little ankle biting little bastards are the mean ones. And the big lumbering, the big scary pit bulls, they walk right up to me. I mean, yeah, sure, they'll growl and bark at me because I'm a stranger, but, stick my hand out, let them sniff me. If they do get a little crazy, I have to back away,
Yeah, at work, people bring in their dogs, and I was crouched down restocking a shelf, and some lady brought in her big husky and literally just walked up to me and just started sniffing my shoulder. Big fluffy thing, probably smelled my dogs on me, and just totally friendly.
Yep.
And this dog was, it was up past my knee, so it was a pretty tall dog.
Okay, so this is where I can kind of see where they're going with this and whatnot. Be like, oh, pit bulls this, pit bulls that, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? Here the fuck you go, you sons of bitches. 46 breeds are associated with fatal attacks since 2016, including Akita, Boxer, Chow Chow, Doberman, Pinscher, German Shepherd, Giant Schnauzer, Husky, Labrador Retriever, Mastiff, Pit Bull type, Rottweiler, and many other breeds and mixes. So, it's not just pit bulls. So, yes, they are the most fatal dog breeds. But again, that goes back to how you train your freaking dog. If you're a piece of shit, you're probably going to treat your dog like shit, and that's going to make that dog very unfriendly towards everybody because it has that ingrained in his mind. That's how all humans are.
Yep. It's just conditioning.
Yep. So this is one. Let me see if I can find it here. Where was it at? Okay, it says which dog breeds bite the most. Blah, blah, blah. This is from 2019 dog bite injuries to the face. So we're talking, little children. Pit bulls are normally pretty decent sized, medium to large build.
So they could reach
where is that little child's face going to meet up with that pit bull's face? They're going to be face to face. So one thing I don't like in this is that right there, unknown. What does that mean? Does that mean like your little miniature pinchers? Because them little fuckers can get pretty nasty. Chihuahuas, those can bite you. Anything with teeth can bite you.
Yeah, but when they're that size, they're quite literally easy to just stomp to death.
Yeah, just punt them to the moon.
Yep. Who knows? It might even get you a scholarship to college ball.
Yeah, there you
get far enough, they're like, damn, imagine what they could do with a football.
So, going back to the training and teaching your dog not to be a piece of shit, because you're not a piece of shit. 70.4% of dog bite fatalities were not family pets. So these were just either random dogs or neighborhood dogs that were probably already known to be aggressive and should have been taken away from that owner in the first place.
Or strays that have no owner at all.
Or strays and feral dogs, yes. So I laughed at this one. You got 5,803 USPS employees attacked in 2019. Well, they're federal government employees, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us have the same attitude towards them. Of course, we have 66 fatal dog bite deaths caused by pit bulls. Again, yes, that's fine. That's statistics. I'm not here to argue statistics. I'm here to argue arguments. Then we got this one is the one I really, really want to rub in their face. 87.4% of pit bulls pass the American Temperament Test. So, according to the American Temperament Test Society, many of the top breeds often thought of as dangerous often consistently perform well in their testing. Even those considered dangerous or aggressive by most people often perform incredibly well. So, let's just open up the temperament test here, shall we? So, okay, the ATTS temperament test focuses on the measure of different aspects of temperament, such as stability, shyness, aggressiveness, and friendliness, as well as the dog's instinct for protectiveness towards its handler and or self-preservation in the face of a threat. The test simulates a casual walk through a park or a neighborhood where everyday life situations are encountered. During this walk, the dog experiences visual, auditory, and tactical stimuli. Neutral, friendly, and threatening situations are encountered, calling into play the dog's ability to distinguish between non-threatening situations and those calling for watchful and protective reactions. So, of course, they have a video. I don't really want to go through that unless we want to take a look at that. We'll see here. Well, let's see. Yeah, well, but I will leave. We'll leave that open. Leave a link to the description and whatnot. But yeah, it goes through. Got a neutral stranger, so that would be someone you're just walking by. Hey, how's it going? Whatnot, shaking hands. Friendly stranger. I got hidden noise, so that would be metal bucket with rocks. So you're walking by, and then there's a street performer or a musician or whatever, and he's playing his thing. That one I'm pretty sure is very prominent in Chicago and LA and all these other shithole areas. Umbrella, basically they're just going through and saying what all they're doing is what's going on through their test. So 87.4% of pit bulls pass that test. So every single one of you people on there saying all pit bulls need to be this, they need to be that, they need to be completely removed from society and whatnot. Let me show you again, just so you know. 87.4% of pit bulls passed that test. So, once again, smurf my balls, snork my shaft, gobble my grundle, and tongue tickle my taint. Fuck you. Yep. And I mean, this goes through quite a bit more stuff. You know, the insurance claims, California, of course, California.
California is California, so it doesn't really matter on that one.
So, yeah, this is, you know what, I'll just go ahead and.
Well, this is your stereotypical overreaction.
Yep. It's just everybody's, oh, a 4-year-old was brutally mauled by a pack of pit bulls. It's like, okay, so one, what state did this occur in? Because a lot of states have pit bulls outlawed, which is fucking bullshit. Again, going back to that number, 87.4% of pit bulls. I'll show it to you again, just so you know I'm not full of shit. 87.4% passed the temperament test. So, whenever one of these things happen, yes, it is a tragedy. I'm not sweeping that under the rug at all. It's a bad idea. Bad happens. My question is,
this is bad, right? This is bad.
This is bad. Yes, this is bad. So, yeah, I can pretty much, well, like if they bring in the owner and take a mugshot and all this and book him for, you know, all this and that, it's like, I can probably guess just by looking at the person. And yes, I'm being a judgmental prick right now. I can just look at the person and tell you.
Stereotypes don't just spawn out of nowhere.
No, I can look at a person. If it's a white dude with neck tattoos and all this other craziness and just has that look about him, probably not a good person. Now, if it's a white person that's, you know, yeah, I don't know, just regular, normal looking dude, I don't know. Train your dog better. That's all I got to say. But let me just pull this up real fast because, well, let's just say people are not very nice. Let me just see. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up. Fucking Instagram and all that stupid shit. No, I mean, bear with me here. No, guess I didn't.
That's not good.
I thought I saved it. I guess I didn't. But anyway, I'll just give you the breakdown of the video that I saw, because this one
it was bad. It was bad.
Not as bad as you would think, but let's just say there was a surveillance video of at a cell phone tower. And you can probably guess what state I'm about ready to say.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was in let's just say it was in California. This dude takes his pit bull, walks to the fence of this electrical tower, and picks up this pit bull. And this dog couldn't have been more than 2 years old. I mean, it was still a pretty pretty young pup. It might have been just a little bit over a year old. But this piece of shit picks this dog up and just throws it up and over electrified fence with razor wire on the top of it. Luckily, the dog clears all of it and lands inside. And then he walks off. So I don't know what that dude's problem was with that dog, but if I would have saw that, let's just say
getting his ass beat.
By Smith and Wesson.
Oh,
and that's all I got to say about that.
That's too quick. Use a baton.
But good news is he was found and he was charged with felony animal abuse. So fuck you, dude, through that pit bull. So yeah, it just blows my mind how people can completely overreact, grab their pearls, be like, oh, how dare that dog do that? You need to get rid of that dog. I've had no issues with pit bulls. None. And I've been around hundreds of them. Pretty much every person that I've known has had a pit bull at some point in time. And that dog has been no problems. I mean, yeah, he'll, you knock on the door, he's going to bark at you, but then you just say, hey, it's just
what
me.
Dog doesn't?
That's a good dog that does that.
Yeah, because a dog who's completely complacent and does not let you know of anything, that's bad on the opposite side.
Yep. Oh, let's see. Who's all in the chat here? Let's see, Shadow Hunter, bigger issue with chow breeds than I do pits. Yep. I can say I've had one bad instance with a chow, and that was pretty spooky because I was just a little kid. Uh-oh. Yep. There's Rhino in the chat. Yes, we do. I did get that software downloaded, so hopefully that'll be kicking Murphy out of our area.
Oh, shit. Oh, I got flanked. Ow.
Yep, pits offer loyalty. Chows, I believe, have mental issues. Well, if you look that fat...
Well, they've got the small dog syndrome, so they try to compensate for their small stature with more aggressive nature.
No, chow chows are big dogs.
Oh, chow chows. Okay.
Yeah, chow chows. Those are, I believe, from China. They're the ones with all the big old fat rolls on them. Yep. Pits that are properly trained often come off as cowards. Not really. I could disagree with that. The chows have been around, or fuzzy dynamite. Yeah. Profile. I will, goddammit. Yep. Crusader Nate here has a very valid point. He's got friends with pits, and those are the biggest baby of a dog I've ever seen. Yep. My one of my buddies that I grew up with, he's got a blue nose, I believe. Pretty sure it's blue nose pit bull. His name is OZ. You would think that dog is intimidating, but nope. Biggest sweetheart ever. I mean, yeah, he looks intimidating, but then again, if he doesn't know you, he might have your ass, Mr. Postman.
He might have your ass.
That's a quote from Friday.
Well, then again, so can people. If they don't know you and they don't like you on their property, they will have your ass.
Yep.
They could literally cut it off, stuff it, and then put it on their wall. You just have cheeks sticking out of the wall.
Nate, I thought we were going to ease up on the cougar stuff.
Oh, my gosh. Just stuff one and put it in your living room.
Yep. But he actually does have a valid point here. People actually do have I'm not sure if they were like rescue cougars or panthers or whatever, but I've seen videos of those, and I mean, it's just like Bubbles. That's a big fucking kitty.
That's a big fucking kitty.
Uh,
Well, yep, that's all that is. Just a big old cat.
Yep. Looks like you scared off Rhino there, Nate. Way to go. Man. Yeah. That's a very valid point there, Nate. People are evil and not good by nature. Yeah, that's evil hairless monkeys, man. Evil hairless monkeys. Let's see. Oh, we got Chris Mitchell in the house tonight. Good evening to you, good sir. Yeah, let the crime finish the punishment. Chuck his ass over the fence, maybe a little lightly, so he gets caught up in it. I like your thinking there, Chrome Dome. I like your thinking there. Yep. Yep. Thank you. Yep. Thank you all for supporting the Waffle World here. Ghost, we got some waffles in the chats. Yep. Oh jeez. Nate's buddy has a pit. So scared of new people, he pees the floor and tries to hide. Poor guy.
Dang. Okay. That's wow. I mean, my dog, she pees on the floor when she meets new people. That's just because she gets so excited.
Yep.
I mean, she'll run up to you. She'll sit down and tail will be wagging 1,000 miles an hour. And the second you touch her head to pet her, water fountain.
Oh, looks like we got ourselves Mr. Chris Mitchell here.
Jimmy Bones. Jimmy Bones. I just saw a statue that they dedicated to your bone, dude. It's huge. Cost $10 million fucking dollars. It's
the one up in Boston.
Yeah, $10.5 million made of bronze.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I saw that too. I was going to add that to the lineup, but I was like, no, I don't want to get canceled.
You don't want to touch that with a 90-foot pole?
Nope.
Not even a big black one?
It's been touched enough.
Oh, come on.
It's been touched enough, man.
I just found out. Come on.
Oh, man.
What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing well.
I'm okay.
Doing a lot better than I was on Saturday. That was an ugly day for me.
Oh, was it the 40-ouncer flu?
Well, it didn't help, but let's just say about like 20 minutes or so before I was going to start up the stream, I was sitting here, I was getting everything all ready, and all of a sudden my stomach just started churning, and I was like, uh-oh.
Somebody's gonna poop themselves.
I had to run to the bathroom, fucking damn near shit my brains out. So that was fun, and I was like, I'm not gonna risk it, because there's a fine line between finding that right spot to just let out a nice little fart or shitting yourself.
Yeah, or leaving a trail.
That's where I was. That's where I was all Saturday night. So I was like, you know what? We'll postpone till Monday. So
a whole probably night described with a sound effect.
Pretty much.
Story of Jimmy's life.
Yeah, that's what it was all Saturday. So
waffles,
but yeah. What about you, Mr. Mitchell? Have you had any bad instances with pit bulls? Good, bad?
No, but those fucking chows. One of my neighbors had 2 of those bastards, and holy fuck, man! Like, they would even go after their owners occasionally. You know, if you've ever dealt with fucking horses, right? Especially ones that are like semi-wild, right? Not broken or anything.
Yeah.
They got a real attitude, right? So they'll like bite you, like out of the fucking blue. They'll just reach around and bite you. And you got to punch that cocksucker, right? That's how these chows were. They would just be walking them out to the garden to kind of let them go do their thing. And all of a sudden, man, the one would just turn and like try to snap the arm off the other, the guy that owned it or his wife. So you don't want to fuck with those animals.
No.
Can I say fuck here? Is it okay if I say fuck here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I opened it up with "What's up, motherfuckers."
Okay, cool. Sorry, I didn't ask Jimmy if you were going for like on the level or not.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're already past that one.
Oh, I'm past that. Yeah, if I showed up, suspensions are coming for everybody. If I show up,
Even me?
Just ask Ike. He won't have me on anymore because I got him a fucking suspension.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was actually surprised though. I kept checking my channel and whatnot because I had like last Monday when I was doing my meme stream and whatnot. I brought up that one. What was it? Oh, they asked AI to recreate Mortal Kombat characters as the Golden Girls.
Oh god, was it good? I didn't see it, but was it good?
It was good. It was good. It was my tribute to Rhino when we were giving him shit for the cougar stuff and whatnot. Well, I was looking at it on my phone and I didn't have it muted, or I had it muted, so I didn't know there was music. So I was like, "Oh fuck, here we go." Of course,
somebody's gonna copyright claim it or something. There are literal channels that are just set up to do copyright strikes on behalf of other people they don't fucking know. So the people who created the music and stuff don't give two shits, but yet YouTube allows these, not even like a custodian or anything. They're just there to scam anything that you might get for revenue as a copyright strike.
Yep. And I don't see
YouTube
me
allows it.
I don't see me getting monetized anytime soon on this platform. So
I can help you with that. Not get monetized, no problem. I'll
help. Winning.
Winning.
Yeah. But probably sometime in the springtime, I'm probably just gonna say fuck it, bite the bullet, upgrade StreamYards so I can just go to Rumble. Go Rumble, MGTOW.tv, Odyssey, just go anywhere else but this fucking platform.
How do you get it to Rumble though through StreamYards? Because I have upgraded version and I can't like StreamYards is not in the list. Or sorry, Rumble is not in the list.
That one you need to add its own personal URL. I'm not. I remember looking into that, but I can't remember what steps to do. But ask Rhino about that one next time.
Yeah,
he's on with you or whatever.
Well, Ike tried to teach me how to use the OBS or whatever. Nope.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out.
That is Jackal, right?
Yep.
Okay, I had to be sure because I'm getting old, buddy. I got diabetes brain. It's like that sounds like Jackal to me.
Yeah, diabetes brain. I know some supplements that can help with that.
Yeah, it's called a bullet.
No, it's called longevity. Beyond Tangy Tangerine.
Oh.
Basically, take Pop's bowl full of supplements with or without milk and a spoon in the morning.
Right.
Grind it up into a powder that you can mix with water and just drink it.
Oh.
Yep. There you go, Mitch. Reach out to
Billy.
Yep. Reach out to Billy Von Bob.
Did you see that glorious, beautiful coffee mug that I won when I beat the porn stars? It was great. It was glorious moment.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's glorious moment.
Nice.
Glorious.
At least you didn't earn a tackle fucking by the porn stars.
Well, I mean, some of them were pretty hot. I don't know if they are now, but back in the day, they were pretty hot.
Meth and dicks, bro. Meth and dicks.
Yeah.
Or coke and cock.
Coke and cock.
Coke and cock. Yep, that one too. But going back to the Pitbull topics and whatnot, I did see this video on Instagram, and it does not have music in it, so I probably won't be getting, slapped on the penis for anything or whatnot.
Well, that's no fun.
No. But let me bring this one up. I thought this one was pretty funny, so we'll go ahead and give this one a watch.
Do if I broke in your house.
Now hold on just a minute.
Pitbulls. I live down here in the South, and we protect ourselves with Pitbulls and Pew-Pews. And the real question
You
is,
guys
which
have
one of them's
audio?
going to get you
Yep.
first? Because I be diddly dad burn. We get up too early, stay up too late, and work too damn hard for our shit to be letting somebody who looks like they tasted the rainbow come in and take our stuff. No, honey. Down here, we just soon send your soul to Jesus and let him sort it out. You know what I mean? This is the way I see it. If you're ever skipping your happy ass down here on the streets in the South and you get this hair up your butt to come into one of our houses, I suggest you do one of two things, baby. You hit your knees and you start praying to the Lord because you fixing to meet him. Or you just keep skipping your happy ass until you get out of town. Now, I personally think the latter of the two choices is the better choice, but bless your heart. You can choose either one you like. Just, baby, choose wisely, okay? Have a nice day.
I like her.
Yeah. So that's where the
Accurate.
theme for or the title for the stream came from was Pitbulls and Pew-Pews. So we'll be getting into the Pew-Pew stuff here pretty soon. But first, we got to say hello to Mr. MGTOW Mando. How you doing tonight, good sir?
Mando.
I've been better. The meds took enough of the edge off the migraine that I can join you guys for a little bit.
There you
Oh,
go.
you should try meds and whiskey. That worked when I used to be a drinker.
I was actually told by a South American staff sergeant that I need to stay as far away from alcohol as humanly possible.
Yeah, they lie though. They're
lie.
government officials. They fucking lie. Okay.
I might tell the story again at a later date. I related on Rhino's stream a little while back. But I don't want to take Jimmy off of his game too badly tonight.
Well,
we'll be all right.
They're trying to take our pew-pews up here. Personally, I think it's time we started fucking using them. But that's just
open fire.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
There's always that meme. It's always that meme. It's everybody's like, oh yeah.
Do you have any 77 millimeter field guns that you can hide and use?
No, but I could probably steal some from one of our army bases. They're not what you call on the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly,
that would work.
all you really need to do is go looking around on certain historical websites and go to a junkyard. You can find stuff that can approximate quite a bit of big pew-pews with not a lot of effort.
Yep, nice.
Fucking homemade. Can I say nigger rigging?
Let's call it
probably not.
Rigging just to make it
there
safe for you
two.
What?
Grig rigging.
Grig rigging? Okay. As a black guy, I can say whatever I want. So
there you go.
It's only you guys that can't say it back. So
looks like we're above the target, gentlemen.
What was the target?
I don't know, but sounds like we got some buffer in here.
Oh.
Yeah, I was experiencing some buffering issues a good chunk of the way in.
I know you guys have a lot of regulations when it comes to dogs in certain places, and I believe we have quite a few of those too. Pit bulls, when it comes to actually keeping like animals as guard dogs, I don't know if pit bulls are actually the best. They're just like usually the most intimidating. You know what I mean?
I'd just get a modified, armored up German Shepherd. That would work.
Honestly, you don't want to go with a Shepherd Jackal.
No, what's the other one that they're replacing the German Shepherds with when the police
Akitas, or whatever they're called?
Or Akitas, or something like that. IKEA. We'll call it an IKEA.
Just don't try to put it together. Those instructions are horrible.
Yeah, but I find that most people make a mistake when it comes to having guard dogs is they'll have one or two at most. These animals work best when they're in like packs of 4 and 5. And if you can afford to keep them, now like 1 or 2 dogs somebody can take care of. 4 or 5 dogs, they're fucked. You know what I mean? Like one of them's gonna eat your ass because they're like wolves, right? Wolves don't generally do well alone unless they're big vicious things, but in a pack they take you down.
The same holds true for coyotes.
Yeah. Yep. Coyotes run in the packs for the reason, right?
The part of the country I live in, we don't have wolves, but we have feral dogs and coyotes that run around frequently, making life miserable for farmers. People who have been known to attempt to domesticate the coyotes or breed them and create coy dogs, if they don't have a few of them, I'm going to say like 2 or 3, those animals get neurotic.
Yep.
I mean, they're worse than a prostitute who's been told she can't go to a frat party.
Well, that can be solved easily with a good right hand to the face.
The prostitute or the coy dog?
The prostitute. A good hard right hand across the face at about Mach 2 or slightly slower. That'll work. That'll stop it.
You watch Hammerhand too, don't you?
No, I actually haven't watched that in a long time.
It's quite entertaining of late.
Well, gents, thanks for having me on, but I have to jump off here short notice and let my little guy play chess. So,
all right, well.
Hi,
guys.
Well, hi, bud.
Gonna say hi. There you go. Now you can hear them.
Hi.
How's it going, man?
Good.
Good. Gonna go play some chess, huh?
Oh, boy, talking to the guy's mommy.
Sakuigar, young Vode.
What'd we do today?
We go,
What was that? What's that? We went for a ride on our... What? Say it. Say it. What is it? We went for... Kawa. What? Kawasaki.
There you go.
Motorcycle or 4-wheeler?
4-wheeler. Yeah, we just had our 4x4 out for a ride before I take off. Go down to the coast for work, so.
Oh, boy.
Crap.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Mitchell, I just subscribed to you a couple of weeks ago. Your content is almost as good as Pop's, in my opinion.
I appreciate that, sir, and congratulations on no longer being a racist, because anyone that didn't sub is a racist. No.
I don't want
Oh, no. It sounds like you better get to your little man there, Mr. Mitchell.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
He's demanding. Who needs a girlfriend?
Right.
All right, guys. Good night.
Have a good one there, good sir.
Is it my imagination, or are most of the folks that are actually honest red pillars really actually decent human beings towards one another?
Surprisingly.
No, what gave you that idea?
Well, no, the reason I say that, every one of them that I've had the pleasure of talking to, whether it's been on your stream or Rhino's stream, have been decent human beings that haven't had overly high egos. And then there's a lot of these individuals, I'm not going to mention Andrew Tate by name, oops, who are just complete and total scam artist scumbags who need to find a quick eject from the planet. VHS style.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that one. Oh, yeah. But anyways, I'm pretty sure both of you and the chats have heard our just most favorite 3-letter agency pulled some shit on us. So yeah, they those stabilizing braces that they said that were completely legal for the longest time. Nope, can't have them anymore because it makes your pistol into a short-barreled rifle because you can put your shoulder on that.
Okay.
That's basic.
Let me point out a historical weapon system that Jackal's probably quite familiar with. The broom handle Mauser.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Do you know why that thing had a wooden holster?
Because it could also function as a stock to increase accuracy.
Ding, 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 ding. You got it in one.
Yep. Yep. So then they have, okay, so how is the length of that barrel
It does
looks to
not
be
look like it's 16 inches.
it looks to me, it looks like it's a standard length barrel.
Yeah.
But now that he put a pistol or a brace on it, it's now an SBR. So basically almost any AK and AR style pistol, even if it's equipped with iron sights. Oh yeah, they also said that if you have an optic on there that has eye relief on that, it is also a short-barreled rifle.
No, it is not.
Okay. I'm assuming you've seen the movie Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Nope.
If you ever get a chance to watch it, pay close attention to the character Cassian Andor's sidearm. The lower receiver on that thing is almost, if not completely identical to the M16/M4 series rifle. Now, I don't know if that's one that's been rebuilt as a pistol or what. I'm not sure how that actually would work. But I, for a fact, would not want to shoot that thing because I've fired rifles before. And while they don't have a huge amount of kick, if you're firing it as a pistol, I'm pretty sure that would mess with your wrist quite a bit without something to brace against.
Yeah. With absolutely no stock or anything much of a recoil spring, because I think they even cut the recoil spring out of that. So without all of that to absorb the recoil, yeah, that's a good way to enter the broken wrist club.
Yep. I'm just going to leave Ghost Pill's comment up there for a little while, just so that people know. Those that stumble across this stream and you made it this far, thank you for watching this far. The ATF doesn't make laws. They do not vote on laws.
They have no jurisdiction over that.
No.
Yes and no. They do have some regulatory authority over certain types of firearms, and I only know this because several soldiers I worked with, they purchased firearms in other countries that were legal in those countries. When they got them back here stateside, they had to make several mods to them to be compliant with ATF regulations.
Huh.
I've mentioned before something called the FNP 90.
Yep.
If I were to have purchased one of those when I was stationed in Europe and had it shipped home, I would have had to get a longer barrel, and I would have had to get a restrictor put on it so it could not be fired fully auto. In addition, I would have had to have it rechambered so it could not fire its proprietary round, because as I pointed out before, those rounds are designed to penetrate pretty much anything that's unfortunate enough to be between them and wherever they're going.
Yep. They sure don't like that 5.7 by 28 round.
That's not the part of the round, if I remember right, that they don't like. It's the jacketing on it that allows it to pretty much treat anything as a piece of paper weight.
Yep. So, if I'm not mistaken, actually, down the side brings it up right here. There's a couple of instances that, this isn't just the only one of, someone wanted to saw the front end of their shotgun down. They wanted a short barrel shotgun, not register it. I don't see a problem with that. I mean, yeah, you're going to have a hell of a time sighting it, and it's going to be pretty much useless after 20, 25, 30 yards or so, unless you're shooting slugs, but good luck with that.
Yeah, with a short barrel. No.
Okay, I'm just going to point out, if you're a single woman living in an apartment or living alone in something like a trailer house, load that thing with rock salt, and anyone who's dumb enough to come in, you probably won't kill them, but they're going to wish they were dead.
Yep. Yeah. If you,
rock salt,
I know it.
It's got enough rigid edges.
I know it's only a movie, but if you watch Kill Bill 2,
that's where I got that from.
You have a decent
or load it with coins, just like cheap coins. If you've watched Resident Evil, then you know that reference.
Yep. But yeah, basically this. So one question I want to ask you guys, and I want to ask the chat itself too. The ATF stands for Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. So it's ATF-E. When was the last time that you heard of the ATF actually making a big bust for alcohol or tobacco?
Not in decades, at least not since I've been alive.
I mean, pretty sure the last time something big happened was in the late 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you live in like the backwood, the Appalachian Mountains where they get the moonshiners and whatnot. I mean, yeah, you'll probably hear from them there.
And that shouldn't even be illegal in itself. They're brewing their own alcohol and they're selling it. They're making a business. Leave them alone.
The government can't get its money.
It's because it's not regulated by the FDA.
Well, that's their fucking problem then.
The federal government likes to put its grubby little fingers in
everybody's pie. I know.
Yeah, and the thing is, hypothetically, if I wanted to make or do a side business, painting and selling Warhammer miniatures, or else the my sack with a $2 whore.
Ew.
Pretty much.
$2. Man, that is cheap.
Please tell me you know the movie I just referenced there, Jackal.
$2.
Jimmy, do you know the answer to this one?
I think you were cutting in and out just a little bit.
Yeah, you were cutting in and out, so I couldn't exactly hear that.
That's better.
I was referencing an old Mel Brooks movie. Can either of you tell me which one it was?
Blazing Saddles.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I never saw that movie.
Oh.
Speaking of Mel Brooks, this March, starting on the 6th, I believe, if you have Hulu, keep your eyes out. History of the World Part 2 is coming, and it's going to be a 4-night series drop. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be good.
Yeah, I don't pay a tithe to the House of Mouse. And unfortunately for Hulu, you have to pay that tithe.
Yeah, that's true, but for that, I'll watch some Mel Brooks.
Okay, look at my helmet. Do you really think I pay that much even for a series that I've been told I would greatly enjoy?
No.
Crusader is completely correct.
Yep.
Now I'll be dead by the time I watch it.
Oh man, it's definitely one of my favorites.
If I knew where you were, Jackal, I would loan you my DVD of it.
I'm in a place where people die.
Okay, so you're on Earth. You gotta narrow it down just slightly.
I don't feel like it.
More.
Like I said, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But trying to get back on topic here, doing a little more waffling. That's all right.
Yeah,
that's
sorry
what we do
about that.
That's what we do around here. That's fine.
You're making me hungry, and I've got waffles in the freezer downstairs. Damn you, Jimmy.
Better go make you one then, man.
Hey, chicken and waffles is supposed to be quite good.
It is. It is.
And we just finished up the last of our Popeyes. Damn it.
Yep.
But they're just those Eggo waffles, so just throw them into the toaster.
Hey, a waffle's a waffle, man.
We did have those.
Jimmy, please tell me you're not just showing everything that the ATF is basically saying you're not allowed to purchase anymore.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
here's something that you don't know. That right there, that attachment for the Glock, there's a much more elaborate design for one of those, and Matt from Demolition Ranch, he did a really good review on one of those and demonstration.
Yeah, I remember that video.
It would be for me to 3D print that in my own house.
I don't remember the
allegedly,
name of it, but there is a firearm that's natively very similar in design to that Glock. I think it's called the Chris something. It's a baby submachine gun.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
You're not talking about the Chris Vector.
I don't think it's the Vector. But then again, you also got to remember, I'm operating on exactly half of my normal brain capacity right now.
Right. I'm pretty sure Nate will have it in the comments here for us.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, basically just a regular Glock with this brace on it makes it a short-barreled rifle.
No.
No, I'm sorry. That's a handgun.
It's a pistol calibered firearm.
It
has less than a 16-inch barrel. It's got that looks like it has less than a 6-inch barrel.
Okay, to everyone who's more familiar with civilian firearms than I am and their regulations, what's the minimum length for something to legitimately be classified as a rifle?
It needs to be, you know what?
I know in the military, they classify anything with a barrel length, not overall length, but a barrel length of 14 inches and longer as a rifle. If it's between 12 and 14 inches, it's classified as a carbine, if I remember correctly, and my brain's not doing loop-de-loops. Which, granted, my brain's doing loop-de-loops during the Battle of Midway, but...
Midway.
Jeez.
Hey.
It's a good song.
Earlier, before the meds kicked in, I may as well have been having the Battle of the Bulge going on in my skull, so...
And the migraine was winning.
Yes.
Oh, man, yeah, that'll suck.
Yeah, no, there's a reason I say that. There are some absolutely horrible things I would do to people like Bin Laden and a certain Austrian that we shall not mention on this stream, that I would not wish a migraine on either of those individuals. And I would do some incredibly horrid things to both of those so-called men.
Let's see. Okay, so according to Merriam-Webster, let's take that with a grain of salt.
Just a grain?
Just a tiny little grain. Rifle, 3 of 4. Noun, a shoulder weapon with a rifled bore. B, a rifled artillery piece. So that doesn't tell you shit.
No, there's actually at one point in time there was actually a definition. I want to say it was a legal definition that stated the exact. Right. Crusader, I think, is hitting it.
Yeah.
Well, that's for the civilian side.
Well, that's what the 1934 NFA classifies as a rifle. Because
there's a link in the chat for you, Mando, for supplements.
Yeah, I already take several of them to help out with weight loss. Granted, it's just vanity weight, but it's stuff that just will not disappear after I hit
vanity 40. Weight.
Okay, I am 60. I'm 68 inches in height, as measured by the U.S. military. I currently weigh right around 175. I've been trying to get down to about 160 for the last 2 years.
I hate to interrupt you, but I got to take a leak real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
So the weight that I'm trying to get rid of, it's not anything that's really a major health issue. It's just because my residual self-image is damaged by knowing I'm carrying that extra 10 pounds that I don't want around.
Well, I'm 127 pounds right now. And you can go ahead and guess on my height.
I would guess you're probably around the same height I am from some of the things you've said.
Nope, more.
Oh, you're taller?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're a beanpole.
Yep, I'm built like Jimmy. Not as tall as Jimmy, but built like Jimmy.
Well, at least you're not built like David. Oh, god dang it. Wrong one.
Fat Punisher?
No. No. There's a certain female celebrity I was going to make or crack a joke on, but I don't want to name the person so we don't get Jimmy's channel nuked for harassment.
Does it start with Liz?
No, it doesn't. Did you ever watch Jeff Dunham?
Nope.
Okay, then you wouldn't get the joke. Then I'm not going to bother making it.
I would probably get it.
Who did Ahmed claim to look like in one of Jeff Dunham's earliest skits with that particular dummy?
Yeah, her.
I don't want to say it on the stream because I don't want to be accused or get you accused of harassment or bullying, even though I'm quoting a joke.
Let's just say her initials are LL.
Yeah, and wasn't she fairly well known for hanging out with a certain hotel heiress?
Yep, that's the one. Trying to find where in the hell. Where's it at?
So, what are you hunting down now, Jim?
I was going to find. Oh fuck it! It's the video from what is it? Forgotten Weapons. With Ian Crossland?
That's Ian always Crossland. A fun show.
Ian McCollum.
There you go. Ian. That's the name. Yep.
Ian McCollum.
Yep. That's a really good video to watch.
Oh yeah, because they bring up the facts that you would only find if you did a lot of reading.
Or if you actually used the equipment. I've watched a few of the clips of that program.
And that guy does nothing but historical analyzing. Wow, brain is not working today. Analyses on certain firearms of the past, and he does do some demonstrations and reviews on new stuff, like the Hellion.
So, Jimmy, are you still hunting down your link?
I just put it in the chat there, so I kept scrolling by it fucking 3 or 4 times. So, but I would suggest you guys go and check that one out because he breaks down like the 1934 NFA, what happened there. There was also a kerfuffle with 22 long rifle manufacturers in 36, I believe, is what he says. So
Sounds
then they took that complaint to Congress, and then Congress was like, oh, okay, well, you guys are exempt. And then in 68, there was another kerfuffle. And then, of course, we got the lovely 1994 assault weapons ban. There is no such thing as an assault weapon. There is only thing called a firearm. Basically, anything that you can look to your left and look to your right can be defined as an assault weapon if you assault someone with it.
You don't even have to look to your left or right. You can literally just lift up your hands.
Okay, Jimmy, you just reminded me of a joke from a miniseries in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, boy.
This guy was put into jail for being in the wrong place at the wrong time legitimately. And his cellmates, one of them was a guy who was in there for aggravating assault. Apparently, they're easily aggravated.
Oh, that's a stupid joke.
Yes, it is.
Stupid joke.
But if you ever actually watched the miniseries, The 10th Kingdom, you would find it absolutely hilarious, I think. It's pre-woke nonsense that is actually quite entertaining. Yep. And as ironic as it is to think about nowadays, it was on NBC.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, back when NBC still put out entertainment.
Oh, mainstream TV being entertaining. That's a shocker.
Yeah, I haven't seen that since I was born. Yeah.
Yeah. But one thing I did kind of want to kind of somewhat segue into the brace ban was Fifth Circuit says, yeah, you can keep your bump stocks, your little bumpy boys. This was the 9th of this month. So it took them 7 years to finally reverse that.
Nonsense.
Yeah, come out and say.
Yeah. Yep. So, U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit on Friday concluded that Trump administration exceeded its legal authority when it criminalized the sale and possession of bump stocks in 2018. While the details of the Fifth Circuit's decision in Cargill v. Garland might seem arcane, at bottom it holds up the separation powers and rule of the law.
See,
The law.
The ATF has always had kind of a weird thing with our law enforcement agencies. Before I go into the why, let me ask you a crazy question. Which one has more regulations on your car, the EPA or the Department of Transportation?
Transportation?
Nope.
Nope. I was going to say the EPA.
The EPA,
Why?
there are more regulations from the Environmental Protection Agency covering what can go into your car than what the Department of Transportation does. Do you know why the EPA can get away with that nonsense without going through the normal legislative channels?
Let me guess. It's because they claim that everything is done with protecting the environment in mind, and thus they get government backing.
You're on the right track, but you're just slightly missing the target.
I'm just off, huh? Damn it.
It's the same loophole that the ATF uses, and honestly, to a certain extent, that the FAA uses. It is for public safety purposes. Now,
so paving it with good intentions, saying
exactly,
doing it for your health and safety.
Exactly. So going back to the car, because it's something that, and Crusader's not wrong there, that's part of the reason I will never go back to that state.
Yep.
But
yeah, I got to convince a friend to not want to go back there. He's originally from Cali. He had to move here.
But the EPA can get away with that because, hypothetically, I'm driving my 2014 Ford Focus. I get T-boned on one of the major highways here in southern Missouri when somebody isn't paying attention and decides to try crossing this 4-lane highway that I still, arcanely enough, has 4-way intersections on it, runs the light, T-bones me. My car catches fire. Because of the amount of stuff that can polymerize and become toxic, the EPA can justify putting significant regulations on that vehicle because of the health and safety of the public at large.
Yep.
The ATF uses that same loophole, which is why they can tell you that your airsoft pistol has to have an orange tip. Your Nerf gun has to have an orange tip. Your pistol that you just bought legally at a gun show that's chambered for 45 ACP, you cannot buy the 45 ACP rounds because they do too much damage on impact.
Like I said in the beginning, the ATF can smurf my balls.
And the really sad thing is, EPA, ATF, and FAA, they all have quote-unquote good intentions behind what they're doing. But unfortunately, it's when those good intentions start bumping up to areas where they really don't have leeway to bump up.
Where it completely and utterly violates the Constitution. Yeah.
Or
safety and all that other shit is out the fucking window.
Or when it's something where you have corporate interests that are getting involved that may or may not interfere with the ability of the government to regulate. Picking on the FAA and the airlines. Jimmy, when was the last time you had the pleasure of flying?
In 8th grade for the trip out to DC.
What year?
And oh geez. If I can't remember. I know Obama was still was in office.
Okay, so let's say 2009. Sound reasonable?
Let's see. Well, what fucking year did I grow? Well, I'm 32. Trying to do some math here. I need a calculator.
You're
brain
about
can't
11
function
years younger than I am. So I'm 41. You said you did this in 8th grade.
Yep.
I'm assuming you graduated at 18.
Yep.
So that would have been right around 20 years ago, give or take. No, not quite that long.
Well, no, because
about 10 years ago, 10 to 12 years ago.
10, 12, yeah, something like that.
Okay, and you said you made this trip in 8th grade?
In 8th grade, yep.
So that would have put you at 10 years old, and you're 32 now. So that would have been 22 years ago. So your trip would have been around 2000, 2001-ish.
No, this was after 9/11. I was in 5th grade when 9/11 happened.
Okay. So that would have been around 2000, between 2004 and 2006.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So when you went on your flight, did they have those nice wooden boxes inserted into the metal things that you could use to measure your carry-on bag?
I believe so.
Okay. Those metal boxes are actually the interior definition or interior dimensions of the overhead bins that you find on a majority of the aircraft that were in service at that time. Now, do you know the official reason why they reduced the size of your carry-on bag?
I would assume so they can cut weight, so they can stick more people in the plane.
You hit the real reason behind it. The official reason was to limit the stuff that a bad actor could take onto an aircraft in a hidden or disassembled state.
Oh, okay.
The real reason is, and this is something that the airlines had been pushing for several years prior to 9/11, was that they wanted to reduce the amount of weight for what they considered to be non-essential items so they could pack more people in like sardines in those flying aluminum cans.
And now we have influencers of the plus size bitching and moaning that they can't fit in the seats.
Honestly, that's something that they've been complaining about since the 90s.
Well, if they would, I
want to say it was United Airlines had a bit of a kerfuffle back around 95 because a massively overweight, not quite Lizzo, but close individual was attempting to board an aircraft. And back then they had scales that every passenger had to get on so they could calculate the overall weights. They wanted to charge this particular individual for a second seat. And lo and behold, this individual started screaming discrimination, even though that person could not fit in a standard size airline seat without blowing over onto another customer. So the airline, in fairness' sake, wanted to charge for 2 seats, so that way they didn't have one person being hugely inconvenienced by a land whale bleeding over into their seat.
Yep. But I will say this, though. At least one state is fighting back against all the bullshit and whatnot, because you know how California, like, oh, well, by 2035, no more gas cars. No more
Wyoming saying no electric cars at all.
Wyoming GOP lawmakers propose ban on sales of electric vehicles by 2035.
Well, and the thing is, Wyoming actually has practical reasons for that.
There's nothing in Wyoming. It has the lowest population out of every single state, including Hawaii, including Rhode Island, or is it the lowest population?
Alaska might be a little smaller on population.
I can't remember what it is, but I know Wyoming has like one of the lowest populations in there.
But the other thing with Wyoming is you can you almost need to have a pilot's license to be able to travel effectively from one side of that state to the other. It's not as big as Texas, but it's pretty darn close. And you're not going to... You can be driving for several hours, from what I've been told, in the state of Wyoming, and not see anything more than cattle and buffalo all across the fruited plain there.
Yep. Basically, the big cities in Wyoming are Cheyenne, of course, because that's the capital.
Mm-hmm.
You have Laramie because that's where the college is at, one of the main college, UW. Casper, that's oil town. That's all oil town. And Gillette's fairly big. But other than that, there's sagebrush and prairie.
Now, here's the other thing that makes what Wyoming is saying about that more practical than necessarily sticking a finger in California's eye and twisting. What's the average winter temperature in Wyoming?
You know what? Let's take a look at that.
If you haven't noticed, I already have an idea what the answer is on these questions before I ask you.
Oh, well, if you know it, go ahead and say it. What is it?
The average winter temperature is somewhere in the -20s Fahrenheit. And that's not wind chill from what I've read. It's the average air temperature. They have some of the coldest winters outside of Alaska.
Yep.
Now, what doesn't exactly work very well in cold climates?
I would have to say
anything battery powered.
Electric vehicles, solar panels, diesel engines. But if you take care of that, you'll be all right.
But basically, anything that's powered by an onboard battery struggles in cold weather.
Yep.
Where I live, when they had their cold snap a couple of weeks ago, there were people who had bought electric cars that had charged their electric cars overnight.
Yep.
That were begging me to try to jump them in my gas-powered car.
The irony, isn't it?
And, well, because at least one of these people is a militant lesbian, I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to ask your boyfriend for that. She hasn't spoken to me in 3 weeks.
Winning.
Well, pretty much, since she's got the electric tree frog hair.
Oh, God. But yeah, that cold spell that I got a bit of chunk of that too. That was, what was it?
That was right around Christmas.
Yeah, the week before Christmas. It was like -65 with
Something
the wind
like
chill,
that.
with the wind chill, but it was like really outside, like -35.
Yeah, and
cold.
electric vehicles just don't tolerate that kind of temperature very well. And I'm sure Crusader could give us all the information about why this is. But truth be told, anything, like I said, Crusader can probably tell us everything plus the shoe size of the person who designed it as to why electric vehicles are a bad idea in that kind of weather.
Yep. Yep. Battery Slurpee. And if you put I haven't seen it, but I have heard of people putting a battery on the charger, like just a regular old car battery, when it was like frozen solid, put it on the charger, walked away, and then like 20 minutes later, it went kablooey.
Oh, yeah. Let's just put it this way. When I was stationed in the National Training Center in California, we weren't allowed to do anything really crazy to mess with people most of the time. So the one time it got chilly where we were, because we didn't want to go out and have to play bad guy. The maintenance team took a bunch of their portable chargers that were technically not on the books and a bunch of expended batteries. And because it was below freezing, they hit them at random points in this little mock village we were in when the quote-unquote good guys were coming into town.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was quite entertaining. I wish I would have kept that video, but I deleted everything from that garbage pail of a duty station.
Yeah, it's probably for the better.
Well, for my mental health anyway.
Yeah. Sounds like Ghost Pill's having a hell of a time. He's got 16 degrees and 4 feet of snow. Fun times. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting about another 3 to 5 inches of snow starting tomorrow night.
Yeah,
tomorrow it's at 5. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. a winter weather advisory or watch starts, and then at 5 o'clock tomorrow also a winter storm warning happens. So we have a watch and a warning at the same time.
A channel you might consider looking at, Jimmy, that is on Susan's platform, that I found the guy to be more accurate than my local meteorology teams. There's an individual called Pal Ponder who does a weather breakdown across the country, and he focuses in on places that are expecting absolutely nasty conditions.
I think I've heard of him before.
It's quite interesting. He usually does 30-minute breakdowns. And I think he also does live streams when there's major tornadic events on the ground.
Oh, good times, good times.
Good-ish times.
Good-ish. Yeah, you can say ish, but
oh, fucking damn it.
When the world's going crazy and Rome is falling, but at least we have memes. This is a fake tweet, by the way.
Turn it into a...
Are we sure that it's a fake tweet?
25th of April, 22. Yeah, it's a fake tweet. It's a fake tweet.
Darn.
That's what I said.
That would have been hilarious.
Because honestly, given the individual being punked on that one, I could see it being the real deal.
Yeah, I wish it was real too myself.
Oh, I don't know if you saw this tweet this chat that I put in early on. Do you know why the Marine Corps doesn't have a Twitter page?
Too much bullshit?
No, I don't.
Because the Corps does not retweet.
Oh. Boo. Get off the stage.
Oh, that one was bad. That was bad. That took me a second.
Get him off the stage.
That one took me
My
a
foot
second.
shriveled up at the sound of that.
Your what?
My foot.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh, trust me, I've got a collection of them that would make you absolutely want to shoot me.
Oh, geez. Well, I don't know.
I'm playing a game where I'm shooting right now. I'll just pretend that one of these characters I'm shooting at is you for that joke.
I would not be offended if you did that.
Well, actually, that would be a little weird because they're female characters I'm shooting at right now.
Let's just say that joke was bad, but not as bad as this.
Oh no!
Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
San Francisco Reparations Committee mulls paint.
Hang on.
What the fuck nonsense and faggery did I just watch?
You don't want to know, Jackal.
This is the one I wanted to bring up first. Radical Democrat Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee introduces bill to make white people criticizing minorities a federal offense. So, segue. Let's go ahead and stop sharing that one. So, if that's the way she wants to go, let us just go down memory lane, shall we? MLK Day flashback. Joe Biden calls young black men predators on our street, end quote, and warns about integration policies creating, quote, racial jungles. And there he is with Robert Byrd.
Oh, yeah, that was from back in the 80s, I think.
Yep. This was Joe Biden warned about young black men becoming, quote, predators on our street when pushing the 1994 crime bill, back when Democrats cared about crime.
Oh.
And let's actually, not forget
there's a quote from Hillary that you could also use for that as well. From back when she was the first lady.
I believe I remember which one you were talking about there.
Oh, they include it in montages all the time.
Yep. So if the bill that let's just call her Queen Amidala Hair because I can never fucking remember her name. If she does push that through, Mall of America in Minnesota is racist.
I understand that, right. But Jesus is associated with religion and it's offending people. No, it's not. I'm sorry, it's not a religion. It's about eternal life. Okay, but it's the same thing. Okay, people have been offended, and like I said, all we were asking you is to take your shirt off. You can go to Macy's or we can leave. I didn't say anything though. I didn't speak. I didn't say anything. Just went to Macy's.
Yeah. So
you can't even wear a shirt.
Apparently you can't wear a shirt that says Jesus is the only way and had the word coexist crossed out. According to The Blaze, the video first emerged on Facebook on January 7th and has been making its way around the web ever since. In the video, the officers were quoted saying, Jesus is associated with religion and it's offending people. The man would respond, I don't speak. I didn't say anything. I just went to Macy's. So, yeah. So this is in Mall of America. Of course, in
Minnesota, Stan.
Our favorite little place of New Iraq here in America. Everybody's pretty much freaking out. This guy is happening in America. This man is being told he can't wear a shirt that says Jesus saves to shop in the mall. He should make them arrest him and sue them for violating his constitutional rights and get a lot of money. I agree with that. Honestly, I agree 100% with that. So according to Miss Sheila Jackson Lee's proposed bill, Mall of America would owe that man a lot of money.
Except I'm sure there's some loophole in her proposed legislation for Christians, heteros, and anyone else who is part of a quote-unquote majority group in this country.
Now.
Yep. But
because we all know that demon rats don't want to play by any rules unless they have agreed to them in writing on their own and have the right to amend them as they see fit when they're losing.
Yep, and just wanted to bring this one back. So, San Francisco Reparations Committee mulls paying $5 million to each black resident and granting total debt forgiveness. So, let's look at some numbers here, shall we? So, black population of San Francisco.
Broken down by ethnicity.
Let's see. Alrighty. Okay, that's percentage. I want hard numbers here, you sons of bitches. Migration, history. Okay, I guess we're just going to have to do this the hard way. So 6%. So population of San Francisco as of July 2011. That's way too far back. One day ago. San Francisco.
Actually, it might be higher in 2011.
Yep. Okay, so 815,201 residents as of 2021. So let's take that number. We got 815,201 times 0.06. That is 48,912. I don't know if my calculator on my phone is going to be able to go that high, but 48,912 times 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Actually, it will go up that high. Huh. Figures. So take a guess at what the total bill for just the reparations. We're not counting the debt forgiveness or any of that.
I'm going to guess it's somewhere in the billions, if not low trillions.
Well, you take 48,912, multiply that by 5 million. So that's because that's what everybody's going to, right? Am I doing this right?
I don't know.
Sounds like you're breaking it down right.
Yeah, because there'd be 48,912 black people in San Francisco. They're each going to get $5 million. So that would be 244 billion with a B, 560 million, $300,000. Last I checked, I don't think San Francisco has $245 billion laying around.
Okay, can I ask a question of our panel here? Jimmy, Jackal?
Yeah?
Do you know what your ancestral breakdown is?
No.
A little bit.
Okay.
My dad's side was predominantly Dutch, so Netherlands. And then on my mom's side, I'm not entirely sure, but I do know my grandfather was Native American, possibly of the Shoshone tribe.
Okay. Awesome. Hold that thought, Jimmy. Jackal, do you have any kind of a guess?
Yes.
Okay.
For both sides of the family.
Okay. What would your guess be?
I would say I would say German on one side and what was it? Some sort of, well, maybe is it Scott? Maybe.
Okay.
It's mainly European.
Let's say Scots Irish on the other side. I know that technically I'll end up getting crucified for saying that, but they were often treated very much the same by the folks at Ellis Island, so that's why we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put that number back up there.
That's
how much that.
My known ancestry is German Irish on the big side of it. How were the Irish treated by the railroads?
Not very well.
Not good.
Okay. How were you'll know this one really well. How were the Native Americans treated by just the government in general?
Very badly.
Not good.
For those of us that have those ancestries, where the heck are our reparations? If anyone has call for reparations, it'd be those who have legitimate Native American ancestry in this country.
Yeah.
Yep. And we're not talking the 1 in 12,560.
No, we're not talking about Pocahontas.
Like I do want to do the 23andMe or whatever that is, but then again, I'm like Dale.
Just do a genealogy on your own. It'll take longer, it'll cost more, but you'll be able to actually get some names.
Yeah, that's what I want to do because,
for example, allegedly, I'm related to an individual that may or may not have been the inspiration for Vladimir Dracul von Depeche. Dracula.
That's a lot. Oh, okay. Okay, I was going to say that.
Allegedly, I'm related to the individual that was the basis for that particular literary character.
Nice.
Yeah, Not really, because in some countries there's still a death penalty for anyone that carries that man's bloodline.
Oh, shit.
Why?
Okay. How many individuals can you think of that were the inspiration for a actual blood-sucking monster?
I can only think of 2.
Okay. Now, what is something that Crusader is often very fond of saying?
Shh.
That myths have a basis in fact.
Yeah, there is a grain of truth in every legend and myth.
Mm-hmm. Now, while Vlad himself wasn't necessarily as much of a-hole as some of his siblings allegedly were, he was still a pretty vile and violent individual to anyone who attempted to invade his territory. There's a reason why he had the moniker the Impaler.
Yes, because he created an entire forest section out of... Were they Turks? I think they were Turkish troops.
Yes, these were Turkish soldiers that attempted to invade to take what they believed they were owed in quote-unquote tribute. And another little known part of history on that particular individual, the real Vladimir Jakul Fantepesh was actually a prisoner held ransom by the Turks.
Yes.
I don't remember the exact story of how he got out, but he, technically speaking, under Islamic law, he should not have been released because he never converted to their cult. Now, he might have had a ransom paid, and that was what allowed him to go home, but honestly, I don't remember, and it's been so long since I looked at it, I wouldn't be able to tell you from the top of my head with this migraine. But going back to my initial point, where are the reparations for people who can trace legitimate lineage to a Native American tribe? Or to an Irish family that was treated like garbage while building the Intercontinental Railroad?
Or completely being still enslaved by the British Crown.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There was an entire conflict of just the Irish wanting to break away from the crown.
Yep.
Because they got fed up of getting dragged through enough of the crown's wars. Because I'm pretty sure in every war, it was members of societies that were colonized by the British Empire that would get sent to their deaths first.
And Crusader, thank you for filling in that bit of information that my brain would not recall.
Yeah, he was one of those boy soldiers that was taken at a very young age and forced to fight as basically a conscripted soldier.
Honestly, that was incredibly common for pretty much every European and Indo-European army up until about the late 1700s.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Not one bit.
Fun fact about American history, do you know that the Continental Army had boys as young as 14 years old who lied about their age so they could go to the front?
That doesn't surprise me either.
Yep.
And do you know how young the average soldier was in the Civil War?
Was it 15, 16?
Bingo.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why the United States has been so involved in treaties to put a stop to child soldiers. Because apparently somebody realized that's a bad idea for someone that young to see such vile things going on.
No, and plus, as Pop would put it, when you are a young man, not even a young man, you're still just a young male, basically. You are expendable. In fact, they would call you a coward if you wouldn't willingly go. So that doesn't surprise me. If you were old enough to hold a rifle and reload it within reasonable time, or even if not, if you're just old enough to hold the weapon that you would be going to war with, they would send you off with it.
Okay.
Yep.
Jackal, are you kind of a history buff, would you say?
No. I'm just a guy who paid attention to history, and instead of watching cartoons when I was little, I watched the History Channel and Military Channel and Modern Marvels.
At what point did rifles become the standard infantry weapon?
I would say that would be probably around the 15 to 1600s.
1600s. What was the primary weapon before that for most infantrymen?
That would be some form of melee weapon, whether it was a spear, a sword, an axe, a saber, which is basically a sword, but just more for slicing and less for
A saber
hacking.
is designed mainly for cavalry use.
Yeah, but it's a melee weapon. They were melee weapons, and your standard ranged weapon would have been a crossbow before then. But there would still be people using regular bows because you could reload quicker.
And this kind of goes back to an earlier stage in this conversation about the Second Amendment. Do you know why the founders decided it was so important for everyone to be able to keep and maintain their own weaponry? Because they fully expected that neither the British nor the French were going to respect the colony's rights to self-governance after the Revolution.
Nope.
Because up until about 25 years before the Revolution, the French were actively antagonizing the colonies.
It's called the French and Indian War.
Technically, French and Indian Wars, plural.
Yeah, there were multiple.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Crazy times, man. But, well, it's Monday. It's meme day. Let's get into some memes here.
Yeah, let's do something fun. I think we've burned enough brain cells.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to another stream while I'm talking to you guys too. So the brain is it's running like 75% on this, 25% on the game, and the other stream.
So basically, you're trying to operate a Windows 95, or correction, a Windows 2000 computer using Windows 95 as your operating system.
Oh, guess. It's been a long time since I've used a computer with that kind of operating system. And all I did was play solitaire on it.
But always just remember, gentlemen, one is an oven, and if it's a black one, it's an assault oven, especially because it's got more
those
than
burners on it.
All those knobs, all those extra knobs.
Jimmy, there's a meme you might find amusing. See if you can find, or if you can Google Obama logic.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna try as well.
I used to have this as the background on my old computer. What you should find is a picture of a match and a couple different types of lighters. I'm not going to say what it says, because it'll ruin the joke.
Let's see.
There are a lot of jokes around here about Big Mike.
Oh no, Michelle Obama is not involved in this. I've got plenty of jokes pertaining to that individual as well, but they are not suited for this stream.
I'm not seeing it.
I'll have to see if I can find it on my... If I can ever get my old computer to work. Did you find it?
I think so. Stop sharing. So many fucking buttons to click.
Buttons here, buttons there, buttons
Is it
everywhere.
about that?
Yep, that's the one.
Single shot lighter, semi-automatic lighter, evil assault lighter. Well, damn, I've got all three of those in my house. Oh God.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm such a problem.
Jackal, we've all known you're a problem child since the first time you came up on Pop.
Wait, which one? When I was during that call-in show?
Sure,
that one. But let me break out my baseball bat and beat this dead horse one more time.
Oh my gosh.
Low blow, Jimmy. Try to keep it above the belt, man.
No.
Nah. Well,
Keep
if she would have
destroying
kept
the
it,
belt.
if she would have kept it above the belt, she would still have a job.
Are you sure?
Probably not. But this one did. I did see this one, and geez, man, it just really got me thinking.
Uh-oh.
Are the movies of Indiana Jones just dreams of Han Solo when he's frozen in carbonite?
Here's a better question.
I don't know.
Is Han Solo just Indiana Jones dreams when he's not out doing some random craziness on an archaeological dig?
Here's an even better question. Do you think Indiana Jones has any premonitions about him being the president and a bunch of Slavic nation terrorists taking over Air Force One while he and his family are on that plane?
I don't know, but that sounds like something that would happen. Something similar would happen with the new fucking woke movie that they're putting out.
Which
Did
one?
you get the reference at least?
Yep, Air Force One of the greatest action movies of the 90s. Which isn't
I
saying
love
much.
that movie, and I love that line. Get off my plane. Kicks him off. I can't remember what country were those guys from.
It was a
wasn't
fictional
Bulgaria.
country.
Okay, I was about to
Yeah.
say it wasn't Bulgaria.
But going back to my mention of Dale Gribble.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
you
You're
really
really
gonna die
going to die over a stove.
Someone
is. Hey, how else am I supposed to cook my steak?
Right?
Or make my carne asada?
Oh, speaking of making food and steak and
How
whatnot.
the fuck can you grin? How the fuck can you grin? How the fuck can you grin? How the fuck can you grin?
Oh, that found
All
pretty
right.
funny.
I can't remember that actor's name, but his role as
That's Joe Pesci.
Yeah, he's
Joe
always
Pesci.
playing some kind of a mobster or a gangster.
Or a bandit trying to rob some kid's house.
Sticky bandits, man.
The sticky bandits. It started out as the wet bandits, but now they're the sticky bandits.
Probably because
But,
if they were kept calling them the wet bandits, certain groups of individuals would get upset with them. Because we all know how much they like the word moist.
Oh. or they wanted to take that name for themselves.
Yeah. Well,
And then form a coalition on Instagram, FickFock, and Lonely Fans.
yeah. But speaking of things that are wet and sticky,
Oh no.
No.
Hollywood, let us tell you how to live. Also Hollywood. Comedian Chelsea Handler admits she thought the sun and the moon were the same thing until age 40. This is from today.
Oh my lord.
Okay, I have to ask this question. Does anyone else find their faith in humanity dying more and more as certain people open their
It was
mouths?
dead by 10 years old, Mando. Mine was dead by the time I was 10 years old.
See,
Yeah, my faith in humanity was dead long ago.
I'm constantly reminded of the last line from the first X-Men movie, aka the only one that was actually good. Magneto and Xavier are sitting in their prison, or in that prison, doing their game of chess. Why do you keep coming here, Charles? You know why. Oh yes, your constant search for hope.
Yeah, I don't have very much hope. And when we have statues like this going up, yeah.
You know, his daughter apparently pitched a major fit over that, and I don't blame her.
I don't blame her either because it did.
That's a major insult to that man's memory.
Yep. But a lot of people, speaking of that, a lot of people on Twitter and whatnot today were fucking, oh, he was a Marxist, he was a communist, he was this, he was that, blah, 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 blah. It's like,
Well, technically, they're not wrong.
they're not wrong, but they're also pretty fucking stupid for thinking that.
Yeah, they're pretty stupid for putting it out this week
Yeah.
of all weeks.
Yeah. And also there was actually, you know what? Let me see if I can find that one real fast because I did think of this one. Actually, you know what? Let me check this real fast because I know I found one. I know where to find it. Because this one actually really gets you thinking.
Oh no. How much of my brain's going to need to be functional for this one? What percentage?
Not too much. It's just a tidbit of information that was nice to know. Let me find it here. I think that's it.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
What the hell? I know. It's in here somewhere. Where's it at? Oh, crap. I can't find it.
While you're hunting for that, I'm going to ask a stupid question. Who are the sick individuals that keep sending Pop the Urban Dictionary things?
I don't know, but it's some pretty nasty stuff.
There's been a few of those I've listened to, and I've been like, I'm going to throw up. And if you read The Gilded Between Me and Crusader a few weeks ago, you know what or some of the stuff that I've been able to do.
Yeah. Okay, I can't find it. It was a reply to one of Rhino's posts on Facebook, but it was basically the picture of her, and it says 90% of the United States knows her story. 10% knows that the FBI released a letter, or the family of Martin Luther King released a letter from the FBI that says, if you do not suicide yourself, we will take you out. Lo and behold, he got taken out. So our government made a day to celebrate the day or the birthday of a man that they helped murder. Winning!
Well, Jimmy, do you honestly think that half of our government is actually playing by the rules that sane people understand?
I don't believe 99.99999% of our government is fucking worrying on that.
Okay. I've told you what it is I've done for 11, or actually a lot longer than that. Well, several years of my life in the military, correct?
I believe so.
All right. There is a person who was in my specific branch of the Army that had the ATF been doing their bloody jobs, that man would not be a permanent stain on my corps. Do you know the name of the individual I'm thinking of?
Hard to say because not a lot of people.
Timothy McVeigh.
Oh.
That piece of garbage was a 54 Bravo, which was the predecessor, 54 Delta, which was the predecessor to my MOS.
Oh, goody.
And people with my MOS, a lot of times, there's several of them who they will, on that individual's date of departing his meat suit, go out and symbolically spit on his grave. And I'm one of them.
I don't blame them. Don't blame them. But I do post a little bit of blame to whoever created this meme.
Oh.
Part of me wants to say that one's too soon.
Too soon.
I was just about ready to ask, too soon?
But part of me also, they're not wrong.
Yes, I have a very dark, sick sense of humor.
See, okay. Hello? What kind of jokes do I make on a regular? Have you read some of the chats I put in Gilded?
Yes, I have, and they are fucking brilliant.
But they're also a little bit on the demented side, are they not?
Yeah, a little bit.
So, If I'm having a hard time saying for certain one way or another on a meme, that should say something about how torn I am about it.
I don't know. How torn are you about this one?
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
I don't think they're wrong.
That one popped up in my feed. That one popped up in my feed again, and I was like, "Oh, yep, I got to save that one for the stream."
Now, what I think would have been even funnier is if they had used the new version of that female character and not the classic version. Because honestly, my ex-girlfriend made me watch a few episodes of the new version, and I straight up told her that the way they animated the new version, they turned her into a pole smoker.
Oh, Jesus.
A pole smoker.
Given the fact that my ex-girlfriend was very big on Transformer Community, using a Hammer Hand reference, she did not much
Robots
like
in
that.
disguise.
Say again?
Said man in disguise.
No. I keep meaning to send him a super chat asking... One second. I keep meaning to send him a super chat asking, are the cosplay males the Autobot side, or the cosplay females the Autobot side? I don't want to use his jokes because I don't want to steal his thunder, but...
Right. I got to take another leak real quick. I'll be right back.
Does he not realize how dangerous it is leaving us in charge of this thing?
Not really. I'm occupied.
Well, I'm just saying when both of us are operating at full capacity and just bannering stuff back and forth, or if Crusader or any of the others were on with us.
Well, you just gotta wait until I get as knowledgeable as Nate. Oh my gosh, it'll be bad.
Jackal, I don't think you or I have the lifespan to get that knowledgeable.
Well, I would basically have to, just to catch up, I would have to basically do the exact same thing that he did. I'd have to play football, become a private military contractor, also a medic, and then I would have to go to college for psychology, basically. Which I'm willing to do if I can speed up time. Because I already wanted to dabble into how the human brain works. I mean, let's just say that when I was younger, I basically had a solid policy of you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. And I wanted to create an entire operation on my own, just everything I would do myself because I wasn't trusting enough of other people and or their skills for them to do the job that I wanted. So I would have to become an engineer in mechanical, civil, electrical. I would have to become a physicist, a chemist, a biologist in multiple different fields, and probably a psychologist as well. And I was willing to go and do it.
And we should probably say this is definitely in all due respect to Crusader. Because that man's brain, whoo-wee, it's an impressive thing.
Like I said, I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, Jackal, or Jimmy, I just pointed out to Jackal when you left, do you not realize how dangerous it is if he and I were operating at 100% capacity, leaving your stream in our hands?
There's no wires on these headphones, so I heard you.
Oh, okay.
I could have actually...
The minigun firing right now?
Nope. I actually could plug in the microphone. Well, no, I'd have to change the settings on Streamlabs. I'd be like, yeah, I could talk to you guys while I'm taking a piss.
Please don't pull a Scroob on us.
Yeah, please don't.
Oh, you got that reference.
Hear your peeing habits.
Hang on, Jackal. You got that reference. What movie was it from?
What makes you think that I know the reference?
Just the way you reacted.
Well, incorrect.
Spaceballs. Another Mel Brooks classic.
It was before my time. I wasn't born before that came out.
Oh, that's the best one. That's one of the best ones. I said, shoot across her nose, not up it. I'm doing my best I can, sir.
Is
Who's that
everyone
guy?
up here an asshole?
Yo!
Oh my god, we're surrounded by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes.
Honestly, I think the TV edit of that scene is a little bit better than the theater edit. Because instead of assholes, it was morons.
Yep.
And
morons.
Honestly, I really do think that edit was a lot better than the one that they put out in theaters.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, that fucking bitch. Just come out. This is why urban warfare fucking sucks when you're in a vehicle.
Speaking of Spaceballs, here's a
have either one of you thought about what is it like to be a germ in the space between the balls?
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that I've had to decontaminate that part of the anatomy on at least 2 occasions. And not on myself either.
But
yep, saw that one.
Yoder.
Nice.
A garden life is dig it you must.
Did you pull that one off of Gilded, or was that sent directly to you?
That's what I found on Facebook.
Because I saw that one on Gilded a couple days ago.
Ooh.
Yeah, I pulled that one off of Facebook.
I'm not going to say it was a bad one, because it was a clever one.
No,
oh, God, fucking damn it.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, life a garden. Dig it you must.
Ew.
I can't do a good Yoda.
And neither can I. I haven't practiced talking in different ways enough.
So I got to ask you guys, do you guys remember the movie Dragon Ball Evolution?
Never saw it.
I saw a few scenes from it, and that was it.
Honestly,
so
before you throw that up there, Jimmy, I had soldiers who tried to get me to watch Dragon Ball, and I did watch at least one episode when I was on CQ with this guy, and all they were doing was standing there quivering the entire time, yelling at each other, and I was like, this is good entertainment? This is boring.
Oh, so you caught it in you caught a mid-fight episode.
Yeah, I guess so.
But a while back they horribly attempted to try to
do a live action.
So it got dragged through the mud.
Probably rightly so.
Oh, from what I heard about it, it was bull.
Anyways, yeah, I can go on a whole 3-hour rant about that fucking shithole of a movie. But you do know that they have an origin stories of Velma, right?
I've heard rumors about that.
So let's just say the king has been dethroned of the worst reviewed show ever. This is from IMDb. Dragon Ball Evolution got a 2.6 out of 10. Velma got a 1.9 out of 10.
So, in other words, you're saying that they finally came up with something that Catwoman is better than.
Apparently
so.
Which is honestly sad because I enjoy that movie.
Let me see here. I know let me find it. My apologies. I know I'm going to give you...
Shit. No.
Okay, so it wasn't Instagram.
Hey, Jackal?
Yes?
If you have a system that can run it, there's a game you might really enjoy if you like horror and shooters. Have you ever heard of Fear? First Encounter Assault Recon.
Oh, that's an old game.
I heard of Dead Space. All three of them.
Fear. Think The Ring. mixed with Resident Evil, mixed with the clones from Star Wars. And then add in some weaponry that's just absolutely over the top insane. The nailer, or the rail thing, or whatever the heck it was, where you could literally staple enemy troops to the wall. Or if you were a sick bugger, the ceiling.
Or if you're even worse, both.
Yeah.
Not with that particular weapon.
But so going back to Velma, I know we're kind of jumping all over the place, but
make her
here's
like lesbian or something.
Yes, they did.
They made her. No, this isn't the different Velma. This is the complete reboot where they make Velma and India, a Hindu chick.
What the hell did they do to Daphne?
Of course, they
Daphne they made Asian. Daphne they made Asian, and they made Fred the stupid, idiotic, typical remake of a white guy.
Okay, well, Fred wasn't always that bright anyway. He was basically your stereotypical jock in the classics.
Yeah.
Yes, but he was also the team leader, though. He was.
He
wasn't the brains of the operation. But
he was good at tactics. He was a tactician of the group. Velma was just the pure brain, and Fred was the tactician because he probably played football, and I bet you he was the quarterback. So he was.
He was supposed to have been. Yeah, he was supposed to have been the captain of the football team, and guess who the head cheerleader was supposed to have been?
Oh, I know. Yeah, Daphne. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, Velma was. Or no, you're right. My bad. God damn, this migraine's kicking my ass.
Yeah. But that's not even the worst part because I've watched a couple videos.
Jimmy, why did you do that to yourself?
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the show itself because I'm not going to watch that crap. But I watched a couple of videos of people breaking it down. So I can't remember what the name is, but Shaggy's real name is not Shaggy. That's his nickname. They turned him into a black guy that is like,
gosh,
socially awkward, needy because he's got a crush on Velma,
which honestly that tracks with the original.
Yeah, those two were supposed to get together anyways.
Allegedly, but
allegedly,
it was
according to the original.
For that, and I was like, okay, this show deserves that 1.9.
Now, is it true that they changed Scooby-Doo's species for this particular revamp?
I don't know. Apparently, according to the two episodes that is out, Scooby-Doo isn't even in this yet.
How can you not have the main character in a show that's named after the main character?
Because it's not about Scooby-Doo, it's about Velma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a YouTube channel called Clownfish TV?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Have you heard their breakdowns on the remakes of He-Man and She-Ra?
I
know I haven't.
They are absolutely brutal to the Netflix version of both of them. And
which is understandable considering both of their backgrounds.
And it sounds to me like the same brain trust that came up with those abominations of remakes also came up with this abomination of a remake.
As far as I know, Kevin Smith didn't have anything to do with Velma.
I don't know if that's an improvement or not.
It's
more
not.
than likely not, because then it's probably going to be some no-name that is guaranteed to be just a woke, sympathetic idiot.
Just for shits and
giggles, look into it if you please. But I think the last video I watched on them was they did a breakdown of this independent series called what was it? I think it was Hell of a Boss, I believe.
Tell me that did not come back from the dead again.
Well, other than the fact that there's some flack heading towards Vivzy Pop over stuff that she did when she was in high school, which this is the one time where I will say, okay, as much as her stuff is weird as shit, this is stuff that she did in the past, back when she was still working on her art skills. I don't think that she deserved to get flack for that. Because when you're just learning your style of art, sometimes you got to use stuff that you're familiar with.
So just for shits and giggles, because I know I saw this earlier, but here's from Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my Lord.
7% audience.
Woo! Yeah.
No audience reviews. How about critic reviews? While this one says fresh, while its departure from its source may be a turn off for the diehard Scooby fans, it still has a lot of love for the franchise and its iterations, especially for Mystery Inc.'s beloved brain. She's an incessible Kuantaha. Yeah, so I mean these are all critic scores, so take them with a
There's only one movie critic that I actually paid any attention to, and that man's dead now. Siskel Ebert.
So let's see here. So,
at least I think he's the one that passed.
Ebert. Oh, of Ebert and Robert.
Yeah, they were the ones that always did the 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
And now my brain, because of the migraine, my brain's not locking in on who it is that was in that.
Oh yeah, that's right. This isn't out yet, but one show
Rotten
that
Tomatoes was going to stop putting aggregate scores up until like 3 weeks after the first episode of a TV show, or 3 weeks after a movie got released, because so many of their woke nonsense things were getting ratioed so badly they didn't want to have people are coming at it with the thought that it was going to be crap.
I found it, but $55.
Jesus, that's an old game.
Yeah,
I mean, they did come out with 2 sequels, I believe.
Yeah, Fear 2 was good. Fear 3 was. Yeah.
I played the demo of the first one. I was like,
oh my gosh. Yeah,
nope,
you're
no
right.
Thanks.
That price is for the pack, the complete pack, which includes 6 items.
Yeah, because there was the first game. There were 2 expansion discs that nowadays would have been treated as DLC. And then there was Fear 2, which I don't think had any extras, but I could very easily be mistaken. And Fear 3, I don't think I ever played it, but the visuals looked amazing.
I'm trying to think of a...
You know what else had amazing visuals? This show right here.
What?
If you... In your spare time, look up Happy Tree Friends.
I don't want to, because I think
that sounds like something that the captain would be playing on one of his cruises.
No, just
no.
Trust me. Trust me. In your spare time, look up Happy Tree Friends. You will either thank me or hate me for it.
My bets are on hate you. Hate
probably.
Bets are going to be on hate.
So, Jimmy, if it's the latter of the two, should I be concerned that I'll be tempted to locate you and do something highly unpleasant?
Maybe not that far, but you may or may not send me a very
colorful gilded
message and gilded. But yeah, Mr. Fantastic meme at the bottom, or Mr. Incredible meme, you'll understand right away.
Uncanny, the uncanny.
Those that don't know versus those that know.
Well, if it was anything like the backstory of Camp Laszlo,
oh God, yeah.
then
I don't want to know.
No. Let's just say that the joke that a lot of kids in my high school would make about Scoutmaster Lumpus would apply.
Scoutmaster what?
Lumpus.
Never mind. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
And the various types of badges that you could get.
Yeah, let's not get into the let's not get into the 4chan version of Camp Laszlo.
Would that end up melting down my borderline functional brain?
Yes, it would.
Yes, it would. Especially when we involved certain stumps in the woods.
Okay, that's enough. Here's a dad joke for everybody. In my spare time, I like to play chess with naked women, but it's difficult finding 32 of them. Wait for it.
Okay.
Wait.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna point something out to you. In the
Oh,
episode of Star Trek Next Generation where that particular scene was filmed, during that poker scene, Worf actually ended up punching Riker right in the stomach on that one, because that's an episode where the crew was going nuts.
Yeah, I didn't watch Star Trek.
Control themselves or what?
No, they came across some weird alien microorganism that caused them to lose control. It was kind of a remake of an original series episode. Which Gene Roddenberry was known to do that when he was still alive on that, where he would revisit episodes from his original Star Trek that just didn't get made the way he wanted them to be made because of the technology at the time or because of budgetary concerns that CBS put on him.
Of course.
Which messed up a little bit of trivia. Did you know that between scenes on the original series, half the time they had to actors had to swap shirts because they didn't have enough of a budget for everyone to have a costume?
Oh, well. Yeah, that
Nice.
sounds like that makes sense.
Well, speaking of not having too much of a budget, but remember in 1987 when they had the commercial?
Yeah, I remember.
Brain on
This
drugs.
is your brain on drugs. Yeah.
You can't afford the egg. The gas stove is being outlawed, and the only thing you can get is drugs.
Yeah, Nancy Reagan's probably rolling in her grave on that one.
Just say no. Yeah, how well is that working out for you, Nancy? But Jesus Christ.
Okay, at least she did better than 90 proof Nancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at least she could string together a coherent argument, unlike me tonight.
Or a certain steamed vegetable that if you hit him in the head, literally well, at least, let's be honest, it shouldn't be counted as a crime because all you're doing is making mashed potatoes.
Okay, are you talking about the Uncle Fester recast, or are you talking about the individual who may or may not be in a building that he shouldn't be in?
The latter.
Okay. I hate the fact that on YouTube we have to talk ourselves in circles to get a point across.
The certain individual who can't wipe his own ass.
I wipe my own ass. I wipe my own ass.
Jimmy, we need to get you a soundboard so that way you can do like Joker and Pop whenever something like that pops up.
I know. But right now I'm Homer.
When everything's going wrong, but you're used to it. Yeah.
Yep.
That's me at my work.
I think that's pretty much all of us that are in this particular side of the internet at this point.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I'm used to there being more man-made lakes entirely filled with blood, but yeah, this is fine.
Do we want to move on, Jimmy?
I think
because I don't think I want to touch that one.
You don't want to talk about the landfills, but they weren't full of garbage?
Yeah, let's probably not do that one.
Yeah, I get the sneaky suspicion we don't want to go there.
Yeah,
No.
probably not.
But well, I think we're pretty much coming up to the end here. I had to save this one for last because it's not really a safety briefing, but it's just a reminder for everybody. Rubbing alcohol treats outside wounds. Drinking alcohol treats inside wounds. It's just science. The science you can actually trust.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot the brandy. I left it downstairs. I should have brought it up here. Damn it. But then I would be the only one drinking. I'll save it. I'll save it.
Save it for tomorrow.
Yeah, save it for the stream with Pop. I have a feeling we're going to all need to be pouring a menagerie.
I'm probably not going to be drinking on that one. I'll probably be either working and or dead.
Okay, depending on where you work, is there really much of a difference?
That's why I said and or.
Well, no, the reason I say that, when I was going through college, I was working at a big box store. I literally felt my soul trying to evacuate my body every time I entered that store for a shift.
Well, let's just say
and
that
I don't mean
sometimes...
and I don't mean through a positive way.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, let's just say that it's actually a lot closer to that clip that I sent. Well, it wasn't I sent. It was a finishing scene of one of my bullshit reports. It was one that the Rocker Man was the guest on. It was that particular bullshit report that I sent in. That finishing scene from that anime that was actually Chinese, not Japanese. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's just my soul just wants to just leave while I'm still standing up talking to somebody. Mid-sentence, my soul goes full Casper and just leaves.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Well, it was so bad at the first one of those stores I worked at that I actually straight up told them if they didn't fix their scheduling, I might earn money with them, but none of the money I was getting from them would go back into that store.
Yeah.
Nope. Don't blame you there. But I think I have exhausted my meme folder for the night. Yep, I have.
There's another thing you need to add to your folders. You need to butt pictures.
What's that?
For the butts.
I've got the butt folder, but the butt thing is
the butt folder.
I think that's
Blake
more
Pop
and Blake's shtick.
Yeah.
Who says we can't use it?
Yeah, I'll stick to the memes.
You'll just be the waffle maker.
I'll be the waffle maker. Actually, you know what? I just reminded myself.
You have waffles?
I think we all did our fair share of waffling on this stream.
All I mentioned was lakes of blood and...
That's what we're here for, man.
Landfills.
But if this isn't ironic, I don't know what is.
Jimmy, you're 32, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you were born, what, in 88 or 90?
90.
And you don't remember those jokes? That was a staple of sitcoms all through the late 90s.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know.
Even I know about some of those jokes because at one point in my life, I did sleep on one of those.
When it comes to memes, I am a very simple man.
And
if it
Jimmy,
makes me chuckle, anything stupid meme makes me chuckle.
I'm tempted to reach through the computer screen and just bitch slap you across one cheek and then the other one.
That's what we call a fish slap.
I'm tempted to challenge him to a French duel right now.
A French duel.
Take a glove off, slap him across one cheek, and then across the other one.
Okay.
I challenge you, good sir, to a duel.
And then take a rapier and whap him across the legs with it.
No, we're talking about the French. It would be a fencing foil.
Yep.
Which honestly would cause even more nasty wounds because of the way that particular blade style is designed.
Yeah.
Yep. So, okay, my last question for you, gentlemen.
Oh,
so the Michael Jackson and Lisa Presley meme, if that one didn't get me into hell, or give
This
me
one
a
will?
one-way, will this one give me a one-way trip to hell?
Nah.
I don't want to say yes to that.
Nah.
Ironically enough, if I remember right, I think I'm actually the same age as Michael J. Fox, or pretty darn close to it. Hang on, let me look that up real quick.
I mean, at least he's not, buried in a pile of shit in a nice car.
And I will also say this much. Michael J. Fox, when his disease was starting to catch up to him, he was smart enough to retire from acting before it got to the point where he couldn't do it anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unlike some
most
people
of these
these days.
celebrities out there.
But to answer my question, I'm going to answer my own question to you gentlemen. The joke's on you. I'm already going to hell. I have a VIP suite waiting for me with my name on it, so winning.
A VIP suite I think it's right next to Stalin's suite, maybe.
Okay, Michael J. Fox is 20 years older than I am. I just remember him from Family Ties.
Yep.
I'm just surprised to see that Doc is still around.
Lloyd Bridges?
Yeah.
He probably sleeps in a cryogenic chamber.
Dang.
Yeah. Right next to Walt Disney.
Right next to Walt Disney.
Well, no, the reason I say that...
He sleeps next to you?
He has aged over the years, but that man looked ancient when I was a kid.
He's like Steve Martin. He just doesn't fucking age.
He hit a certain point, and then he just didn't age any further than that.
He played a Klingon in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, and it didn't look like he needed a lot in the way of makeup to get his face to look right.
Especially on his forehead.
No, I mean in total.
Okay.
He's always been kind of a... I hate to say this because I think he's a great actor. He's always been kind of a goofy-looking guy.
Well, I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Yep.
If it's accurate, then it's accurate.
And Jabba the Hutt's stunt double didn't need much makeup either. I'm sure Lizzo is still proud of that role.
Oh, I'm sure she is. I mean, all they
Emotional damage.
In fact, I heard that they didn't even have to... Well, they really didn't have to extend the lower half of the costume much for her. In fact, they actually had to expand it a bit before they could fit it on her.
Yeah, Bacon, you missed the whole show, man. Where the hell were you at?
Bacon, where are your eggs?
He might be getting ready to go, for all we know.
I'm just wondering if
Bacon's given the jokes we're making, eggs? Calling us degenerates right now, it fits.
It's fitting. Yeah, Bacon, you pretty much just missed the whole show. You just got done with the memes, and I'm about ready to call it here. So, any final thoughts tonight, gentlemen?
Just thanks for having me on again.
Yep. You guys are welcome anytime. Here to talk shit, make waffles. I would say drink, but my stomach still kind of hurts. So,
well, other than getting gas salted in the middle of that, stream was okay. I probably shouldn't have been here, but I was.
Hey, Jackal.
What?
If you want to know some non-toxic counter assaults, hit me up on Gilded. I can give you a couple ingredients.
I've already got some. I still have some samples of old formulas that I made back when I was little.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just say that mustard seed did get used.
Oh, Jackal.
Somebody made a comment on, I think it was the first stream that I was on with Rhino. This guy commented, Jackal is a young evil genius. I don't think he's incorrect. I don't believe it, but he may be correct. I just think I'm a dude who just has ideas pop in his head at just the right time.
In other words, we don't condone it.
But you
I
understand. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yep. Alrighty, gentlemen. Well, I think I'm going to go scrounge in my fridge and see if I can find something to eat, and hopefully my stomach will not liquefy it instantly and
send it down the brown road.
Yeah, do the chocolate water slide.
I also need to call it a night because I do work tomorrow.
Chocolate water slide. I did. Oh my gosh.
Okay, Jimmy. Because you said that, you need to write that up as an Urban Dictionary and send it to Blake for tomorrow.
Chocolate water slide.
Write that down. Write that down.
Just because of the fact, and I know we're giving it away if he is watching, but that would be a perfect one for Make Pop Puke.
I've got one. I've got one. Oh my gosh.
Before we take off tonight.
And no, it doesn't include anal. Oh wait, no, it does. I forgot.
Okay, Jimmy, you have one that you wanted to, or have something you wanted to subject us to?
Oh God. Oh.
Do I want to know?
No, but you're going to. Because this was your idea. The chocolate water slide.
Oh, they already wrote it out.
When lesbians scissor while
and
one
they
or
spell
both
diarrhea
have
wrong.
Explosive diarrhea.
They spell diarrhea wrong.
Does it really matter?
Yes. A little bit.
Oh.
The rest of that I just glossed right over and like, yeah, that's nasty, but I don't see how that's a water slide. I've got something worse, but I will have to write it up before tomorrow. Oh, that's two things I have to write tomorrow. God! I've got two things to write. I've got one, another story I have to write, and then I've got to write down this idea of mine, this twisted make pop puke thing that will have to involve a certain picture that Jimmy has seen before that I've submitted to Pop for a make pop puke. And I could already see his memory.
Okay, Jimmy, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not at all, and 10 being you'd rather look up Godzilla's a-hole when he's releasing an atomic fart, where does this fall?
About 25.
Oh! I look forward to seeing how this turns out.
It's bad. Let's just say it may or may not be a new tech exclusive. Because I'm not even sure if you can show that on New Tech, man.
What you found or what I sent?
No, what you sent. Let's just say, Mando, it was so horrid. I saw it and I had to delete it instantly from the Gilded chat because I didn't want anyone else to see it.
Okay, so would showing this to POWs constitute a war crime?
No.
Jimmy has to think about this one.
It's close. It's close, but I think you'll pass.
Well, hey, have you seen The Fat Electrician?
Yeah.
YouTuber, The Fat Electrician?
Yeah.
It's not a war crime the first time.
Well, think about it this way. It's not considered a war crime until it's been witnessed, recorded, and then put down on record after being submitted to whoever the committee is on what is considered a war crime. As long as it doesn't get through all of that, then you're good. It's basically the same parameters as it's not a crime if you get caught or if you don't get caught.
The fact that you have it broken down that thoroughly, Jackal, I don't know if that's funny or disturbing.
War has been on my brain since I was 10.
Alrighty then.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna try to eat
something.
Yeah. Hey, it was nice hanging out with you guys for the last couple hours.
Yeah, anytime, man. like I said, anybody from the Gilded, I always post the Streamlabs link in the Gilded. I post it in the chat. So anyone else wants to come on, all I ask is, don't be a dickhead and don't post stuff that'll get me banned. Other than that, I think we'll be all good.
Well, at least we try not to be dickheads.
Yeah.
Fail miserably, but we try not to.
We fail. Yeah, we try. But we try, but we fail. But alrighty, gentlemen. Well, I guess I will see you in the chats. We'll see you in the chats tomorrow night for Pop Stream, and we will see you here next Saturday for my streams.
All right.
And I don't plan to join in on every one of them. I do intend to just sit back and watch from time to time.
Yeah, that's fine too, man. So, but alrighty, everybody in the chat. Thank you to MGTOW Mando and to our Emperor Jackal here for coming on tonight and shooting the shit.
You have a good one.
Talk to you guys later.
At least the shit didn't shoot back tonight.
That's true.
Ew.
Hey, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Goodbye.
Bye.